All right, real quick. I know I have a O2 sensor it's actually a downstream O2 sensor out, so I'm going to show you what how the HT309 Hyper Tough works. It's like a $13 OBDII scanner, but I absolutely love this thing. This thing works phenomenal. As you can see, well, of course it's not running, but I do have the check engine light that's been on. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, you're going to hit enter. It's going to check for what software is running on your ECM. So sometimes when you first hit that, it might scroll and have to scan through a few of them, especially on like the 90s, like 96, 95 Chevy pickup trucks. It's a lot of these actually have a hard time reading, I find. Even there's been some, there was a Suburban, I think it was, that we had in, I don't remember what year, but our the Snap-on Zeus wouldn't read it. And we tried the Harbor Freight version of basically what this is compatible with, and it wouldn't read it either. It just kept scrolling through all the different languages or whatever, different programming. Couldn't find it. This one I plugged in, it did just fine. So here you can go through, you can see your freeze frame, IM readiness. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and read the code. So it's going to pull up. One thing that I like, especially over like the Harbor Freight version, this gives the code, but it also tells you what it means. Okay, so we have system 2 lean bank 1, system 2 lean bank 2. It's actually the downstream O2 sensor. It's not the upstreams. This only has 3 O2 sensors, and that third one, because it comes down in a Y, that last one is bad. I've already checked it all out, and I know it is. So you just hit enter to go back. Now, if you have a code that you want to see, like, okay, where is it giving you the error? So if you have something that, like, let's say driving around town is fine, but when you get on the highway, it spits out the code, you actually can come through here and see. So the vehicle was under a 40% load. You can see your fuel trims. The RPM, when it spit it out, it was at 2,000 RPM. When it gave out that code, it was at 57 miles an hour. Okay, so then we're going to go back. You can see some of the IM readiness. It's going to tell you what is on. So there's monitoring your misfires, fuel system, catalyst, that type of stuff. So you can see what is being monitored. Okay, which is kind of nice to have. And then if you go down, it'll tell you information about your vehicle. Of course, this vehicle is not supported yet. It's a 97, which I kind of expected. Okay, so we're going to go back up here, just hit erase codes. One thing I do like about this, it's going to ask, of course, yes, are you sure? Hit enter again. This works on BMW, Mercedes, Land Rover, Cadillac, Buick, Chevy, Ford, Toyota, Dodge. I mean, you name it, this has worked. I actually bought this because we couldn't get a Mercedes. It was E350 4MATIC. We couldn't get anything to clear the codes. We did what it was is the drive shaft had come loose. The U-joint in the drive shaft broke, so the drive shaft actually spun around and it cut the wires for the O2 sensor and the transmission wires. So I actually fixed up the harness, replaced everything, got all new stuff, got it all going. I couldn't get the codes cleared. We tried everything. We tried getting it cleared at AutoZone, O'Reilly's. We tried using all their equipment. It wouldn't clear it. We tried the Harbor Freight, wouldn't clear it. We tried several of them. None of them would clear it. Then I saw this on sale one time at Walmart. It was like a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that. And they're normally like $20, and it was on sale for $12. So I grabbed one just so I could have, one to keep in the vehicle. And I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. Now, I had my SCT that I would use with my laptop that would clear everything, but I wanted something just quick, plug in, cheap, that I could, instead of having to bring my laptop out to clear codes. And you know what? This actually worked on the Mercedes. So, basically that's all you have to do. Hit that. erasing done. One thing nice too is on many vehicles, this will actually clear the code while it's running. So you don't actually have to like have it not running, clear the code, turn the engine off. This one actually will clear the codes if it's driving, which in some cases can be helpful if you're trying to diagnose misfires or, you know, a few other things, some of the evap stuff. But basically, so we'll turn this off just for a sec. I always like to turn them off for a second and then turn it back on. And as you can see, no code. Super simple to use. What I love about it, super cheap, durable. I've had this thing, I used the crap out of it for a couple of years now, and it works on all the vehicles. So if you have any questions or you'd like to learn about some of the others, just let me know. Thanks.